our awareness to our breath. Actually, I'm going to stay sitting for a moment. So if you're comfortable closing your eyes, I invite you to do so. And then let's breathe in through the nose if you're able. And as you breathe in, feel the rise of your belly. And then breathing out through nose or mouth, the belly lowers. So just taking a moment to breathe in and out, focusing on your breath. Noticing if there's other distracting thoughts that you have going on. And just guiding your awareness back to your breath. It's very normal to have distracting thoughts, distracting sensations. We practice just bringing our awareness back to the gentle rise and fall of our belly as we breathe in, as we breathe out. And perhaps we feel just a little ribcage expansion as you breathe in too, like a 360-degree ribcage expansion. Just a nice little gentle movement, and exhaling back out. Allowing yourself to be fully present, letting go of any expectations you might have for yourself this morning or judgments, and just honoring what your body wants to do this morning. From here, if your legs are out straight, I invite you to bend them, bend the knees, and just feel the feet on the mat. And let's go ahead and just tighten belly muscles a little bracing maneuver. And we can reach the arms up overhead behind you. Just take a stretch behind you with the shoulders. Maybe the thumbs touch, maybe they don't. And then let's reach the arms back down by your sides. And now if we'd like to, we can take a bridge and combine that arm lift. So a lift through your hips and perhaps a little stretch overhead of the arms. And then lowering hips, lowering arms. And now let's leave the arms down, or we can just take a bridge, lifting the hips. Perhaps we want to interlace the arms underneath us. Keeping the neck relaxed here. And then we can release the arms and lower the bridge. Just taking a gentle side to side knee rocking motion here, just to release tension in your hips and your low back. After that, and then we'll take another bridge, this time with our feet together and our knees slightly wide. So just a little bit apart, and then we're lifting and holding. And then we can slowly lower the hips back down. And again, take a little windshield wiper movement. You can separate your feet a bit. A little back and forth movement, just releasing tension. Finding our center position, we'll draw left knee to chest. And the right leg perhaps can reach out straight, pressing that right thigh down in towards the ground as your left knee is pulling into chest. And then swapping sides, right knee to chest, pressing your left thigh downward. And then changing legs again, left knee to chest, right leg out straight on the mat. And then this time, maybe we want to reach that left foot up any amount towards the sky. And we can take hold behind the thigh, or maybe we just want to reach that foot up. That's okay without grabbing hold of the thigh, your choice. And changing legs, we're hugging right knee to chest, left leg out straight. And then once we're here, we can reach that right foot up if you'd like to, towards the sky. And then hugging both knees to chest. You can hug the knees in, take a little side to side wiggle. And making our way now over towards a side of choice. We can release the legs, and we're gonna make our way up towards hands and knees here. So we'll have hands on this end, feet on the other end. And so from hands and knees, let's take a little child's pose for a moment. So knees can come a bit wide-ish, and then heels together, and just rock your feet and your hips back, rocking your hips back. And then the fingertips can reach forward any amount here. From our child's pose, I invite you just to take a few deep breaths here. Checking in with your body, just notice how it feels this morning. And then we're gonna rock up towards hands and knees. And from here, find a little cat and cow. So on the inhale, dropping the navel. And on the exhale, rounding your spine upward. Feel free to move at your own pace here. So we're just working to connect from your tailbone all the way through the crown of your head. See what you can notice and observe. And then eventually finding middle position. Let's take the right leg, we can reach it back behind, and then add the left arm in front if you choose. And now changing sides, left leg, right arm. And we can take arm and leg back in. From here, tucking toes, we're gonna find our way into down dog. Feel free, you can keep your heels lifted. They don't have to touch the ground. Maybe it feels nice to do a little pedaling here. So like one heel reaches down, then the other. This first down dog, I always feel like it feels nice to take some wiggles. So eventually, as you're done kind of exploring down dog, we can find stillness for a moment. A deep breath in and just sigh it out. And then let's take feet a bit wide on the mat here. We're gonna walk our hands back towards our feet, and you can bend your knees as you get closer to help you here. And then just roll on up nice and slow. Let's give your head a chance to kind of get used to being upright again. And then once we're here, we'll take an inhale, reaching overhead. Stretching, maybe growing an inch or two for a moment in our mind's eye, and releasing the arms back down. We're gonna bend the knees, reach towards the ground, and walk your hands back towards down dog. And then we can wiggle the feet in a bit closer, and we're shifting forward towards plank or kneeling plank. And then lifting the hips and back to down dog. Walking our feet towards our hands this time. Bending through the knees, we'll rise all the way up to standing. Take a reach and we can shimmy the feet a bit closer here. If the arms interlace, feel free. If that's pinchy on the shoulders, you can always leave them apart a bit. And then we're just gonna lean towards your right for a stretch. Back to center and over towards your left. Back towards center, arms to heart center. Let's just take a pause. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel the breeze on your skin. Just reconnect with your whole body for a moment. And then we're gonna step your right leg back long, finding our high lunge. So right leg can go back long. And from here, if it feels all right, you can take your arms overhead. If you're taking care of shoulders, you can always keep them down lower. That's totally fine. And then we'll cactus the arms down. So pulling shoulder blades together and downward a little bit, and then reach the arms back up. So we'll move a little bit with this. Couple more times. Just pulling the arms down and back overhead. One more time. And overhead. Nice job. Arms to heart center. We can reach down towards the ground here. Planting your right arm, left arm can lift for a twist. And then we're untwisting, stepping back to plank or kneeling plank, your choice. Totally fine to have the knees down. And then we're gonna lower to belly from here. Again, you're welcome to do this with the knees down if you prefer. From belly, taking a baby cobra, so upper body lifts, little tuck of the chin here, and back down. Let's go one more like that. So upper body lifts, inhale, exhale, back down. Bracing through your belly, we'll press back up through hands and knees, tucking toes and down dog. Breathing in, breathing out. We can walk our feet towards our hands, bending through the knees to help you as you get closer and rising to standing. Shimmy the legs together and interlace the arms or keep them a bit apart, taking a lean towards your left. Back to center, lean towards your right. And back to center, arms to heart center. We're stepping your left leg back this time, finding that high lunge. And just taking a pause here to find your breath, feeling strong through your legs, feeling strong through your upper body. Taking a couple of nice breaths. Connecting our whole body, muscles, breath, mind, all of the above. And then we can cactus the arms down here. So we'll pull the shoulders downward, shoulder blades draw together, and then back overhead. And again, pulling down and back overhead. One more time, pulling down. And overhead. And then arms to heart center. We're reaching down towards the ground. Left hand can plant, and then right arm can lift for a twist. And we're untwisting. Stepping back to plank or kneeling plank, your choice. This time, we're just gonna go from an elbow straight plank towards a forearm plank. Again, we can always have knees down for this. And then perhaps back up to elbow straight plank. And then to down dog. Breath in, breath out. Just letting your body catch up. And again, you're always welcome to take a child's pose as an option here too. And then we're walking our feet towards our hands, bending through the knees. Let's rise to stand. Taking a reach. And arms to heart center. Let's pause for a moment here. If you want to close your eyes, if you're comfortable doing so, feel free. And just allow your body to reconnect. Through feeling your feet, maybe give your legs a little wiggle. Feeling your hips on top of your legs. The spine drawing upward. Shoulders and neck relaxed. And we're breathing. Taking that intentional moment to reconnect with our whole body and nervous system. If eyes are closed, we can open them, and let's walk towards the front edge of your mat. Stepping your right leg back, we'll find our warrior one here. So back heel is down, toe is out a bit. And then you're welcome to have any arm position. So if we're taking care of shoulders, again, we can keep them low, totally fine, or maybe we want them high. So just see what works best for you today. And we're holding strong here. Couple more breaths. And then taking arms to heart center, we'll turn this into a warrior three so we can lift your back heel. And then we're shifting forward onto your front leg, perhaps trying a little leg lift with that back leg. And then we can lower back to warrior one. Nice job. And then from warrior one, we're gonna spin towards your right to find warrior two. So our left knee will be bent, right knee will be straight. And we're letting the shoulders just sink away from the ears here. Finding our body in the center. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a little shoulder stretch with this warrior two, so we can have the left arm come underneath the right arm, kind of like our eagle arms. And so left arm underneath right arm. If we're taking care of shoulders, just reach for opposite shoulders if that feels better as an alternate option. Yep, because I know sometimes we've got a little pinchy shoulder situation. And then we're gonna shift our upper body towards the left, towards that left leg, and then lower, angle ourselves forward towards the inside of that left thigh. Yeah, we're keeping the right leg straight. We're hinging at the hips. And then coming back up and release the arms out. Let's reverse the warrior so your right arm can come down, left arm lifts. And then back through, finding warrior two. Left elbow down to side angle. Right arm can lift. And feel free with that right arm to stretch as long as it wants to go. Maybe it reaches over towards me. Maybe it doesn't go that far. That's okay. Stop where your shoulder tells you. And then back up. Warrior two. Let's straighten that left knee, and then we can turn palms up, and then we're shifting towards the left and down for triangle. arm upward, tucking your tailbone. Bending your left knee back to warrior two. Finding your breath. Inhale, exhale. And now arms to heart center. We're gonna pivot back around to face this direction and then just step your right leg in to meet your left leg. We're back to two legs, maybe take a little side to side weight shift. And then we're gonna root through your left leg, finding tree pose. So right leg comes to calf or inner thigh. Option to keep your arms down or take them overhead. Finding a spot to gaze on that doesn't move can be helpful. From a balance perspective, it's a little harder environment here to balance. And arms to heart center, back to 2 feet. Maybe you're feeling that left foot a little bit, so give it a chance to do some ankle circles, a little wiggle. And then we're finding the top edge of our mat, stepping left leg back. We'll find warrior one with that left leg back. Front knee bent. Just taking a moment here in our warrior one to settle our body, find our breath. Feeling strong. Just noticing everything all together in terms of the whole body. Noticing if the shoulders are tensing up, maybe we can relax, release them a little bit. Just gonna take a couple more breaths here. And then we're gonna spin towards your left to find our warrior two. So now the right knee will be bent and the left knee will be straight. There we go. Let the shoulders relax, release. We'll take our eagle arm position here, so the right arm can come underneath the left or reach for opposite shoulders as your alternate option. And angling towards the inner right thigh, we can shift our body forward. Pressing into your feet to help you as you come back upright then. And releasing the arms out to the sides. Let's reverse the warrior. So your left arm will reach down, right arm will reach upward. And then back through, finding warrior two. And then side angle. So right elbow towards thigh. Your left arm can reach up, tucking the tailbone here just to get that nice outer side stretch. Breathe in. And back up. Straightening your right knee, turning palms up, and then we're going to shift towards the right and down for our triangle. Nice work. Bending that right knee back up to warrior two. This time taking arms to heart center, we're going to pivot your right heel back a bit so that you're in a wide leg position. You can adjust if you feel like you're doing the splits and you're not quite wanting to do that. And then we're going to soften through the knees, bend forward towards the ground, finding our hamstring, inner thigh stretch, back of the leg stretch. And then we can walk our hands comes towards the right here as you bend your right knee, and then we're getting that inner thigh stretch on the left side. If you want to go all the way low, feel free and just spin that left ankle upward, lengthening the spine wherever we're at, high or low. And we can take pressure through our hands to unload that knee a bit. So as we swap to the other side, lean into your hands a bit. And then we're taking our arms to the other side. And then back towards center. And from here, we're just gonna stay low, pivot around to face this direction, and we can step your left leg in to meet your right leg. We're back to 2 feet. Just take a little side to side wiggle here for a second, and then all the way up to standing. Taking a reach, and then arms to heart center, and tree pose, standing on our right leg, lifting the left. So finding left foot to calf or inner thigh. Any arm position that you'd like here is fine. Just picking a spot to gaze on that doesn't move to help you with your balance, finding that focal point with the eyes. Again, gently guiding our mind back if we're finding it's wandering. Arms to heart center as we're coming back to 2 feet. Nice work. Just take a little side to side wiggle here. And then finding the top edge of the mat. Let's take an inhale, reach. And exhale, folding forward. Stepping back to our down dog, one step at a time. And then we're going to wiggle our feet kind of wide on the mat. And then let's see if we can take the right hand kind of in the center, and the left arm can reach for the outer right calf or leg or ankle, wherever that arm wants to reach, or maybe the thigh. So left arm is going to reach for the outer right leg somewhere around the outside. And then we're releasing. Left hand kind of comes towards the center. Right arm can reach towards the outer left leg, somewhere along there. And then we're releasing, and let's wiggle the feet in, coming down to hands and knees, and a child's pose, rocking the hips back, reaching the arms forward, and just enjoy a few breaths here, checking in with your whole body. Again, notice how everything feels. Shift our way back upright towards hands and knees, helping the right leg in front of us. So feel free to give that leg a little assist as it needs. And we're coming up to a half kneel position here. Bracing through our belly muscles and squeezing the left rear. We're going to just take our forward lean here. You're welcome to keep the arms down if that feels better. And just shifting into that supported hip stretch. We want to make sure we've got the muscles active. So the glute on the left is active, the core is braced. If it is part of your practice and you want to add a little back bend here, feel free. And then we're coming coming back out of that, shifting towards your back leg a bit more. And then we're gonna change sides. So right leg underneath, left leg out in front. Feel free to help it along there. We're tucking the tailbone, engaging the right glute. The core is active, so we're supported as we shift forward. And then your choice with arms here, with or without a back bend. Eventually making your way back out of it. Arms to heart center. Reaching or shifting towards that back leg, and then we can help lefty underneath us. And we're actually going to come to a seated position here. So let's take your left leg out in front, and your right leg can kind of tuck inward. So with the lefty straight out in front, then we're hinging forward towards that leg. Any amount, totally fine if we can't reach the toe. Instead, just work on the length through your spine and that hinging motion. Wherever we're at, can we add the breathing and just breathe into areas that we feel tension? One at a time. Maybe it's telling that right outer hip to relax. Maybe it's telling the left hip crease to relax. Maybe it's the low back. Can we connect our whole body with our breath? And if not, maybe we back out just a little bit to allow our nervous system to breathe and relax into this stretch. We can take that right leg and just cross it over the left. So we're still with that left leg out straight, and then finding length through your body here. Breathing in, breathing out. Legs. So starting with that right leg out in front, tucking your lefty in, finding length through your spine, and then just hinging forward, finding your stretch on this side. Maybe it's similar to the other, maybe it's different. Left leg crosses over, finding length through the spine. Just feeling your sit bones on the ground here. Breathing into this. let's shift onto our back. Once we get there, we can have our knees bent and hip distance apart. And then we're gonna let the knees fall towards your right. And so finding your way onto your back, knees bent. If the arms have space, they can come out to the sides or just have them at your side. And the knees are gonna fall towards your right. We'll just take a few breaths here. Allow your neck and shoulders to relax and release. Feel free to draw your knees back towards midline and over to the other side. Checking in with any side-to-side differences. Just allowing your body to relax. Releasing any tension through your neck and jaw, your outer hip, your shoulders. More breaths here. And then we can draw the knees back towards midline, bracing through the belly muscles like we did at the beginning. Let's just reach the arms up overhead. Maybe the thumbs touch, maybe they don't. Just notice if it feels a little more stretchy than at the beginning. And then perhaps we want to reach the feet out, the legs out straight here too, just to take a nice big long body stretch. And then releasing the knees, bent again, arms can come back down by your sides. And let's take a little butterfly position, so feet together, knees wide, just let gravity do the work here. If we're having any low back discomfort with this, just gently tilt the pelvis or the small of the back downward. Maybe a little bracing of your belly muscles, and usually that helps to release any back pain with this or discomfort. And as we're in our butterfly position, just finding some diaphragmatic breath, belly up, belly down on the inhale and exhale. Working to relax and release tension through your face, your jaw, your shoulders. Then feel free, you can draw your knees back towards each other. taking any other little movements that might feel good. So maybe it's just a little windshield wiper motion, or maybe you want to do a figure 4 stretch. Just kind of take an opportunity to check in with your body, see how it feels before we move into our Shavasana, just for a couple minutes, tying the whole practice together. So there's no rush, but when you're ready, just finding your way to your back or your side, or if you want to be seated, you can sit, whatever feels best, just to relax for a moment. Giving your body permission to breathe, to integrate the full practice, to feel the rise and fall of your belly with your breath. Noticing what's on your mind. Giving yourself permission, perhaps, to let go of some things. Picking and choosing your internal environment of health and wellness and your external environment. Opportunity just to relax your facial muscles, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your whole right arm. Just allow your whole right arm to be heavy. The whole left arm. Your back muscles, your front, your abdominal area, your organs, your chest muscles. Your right leg, your whole right leg, just allowing it to feel heavy. Your left leg, your whole left leg. And now the whole body. Sensing and having an awareness of your whole body, all connected. Taking a deep breath in, and then just a long exhale when you're ready. Long as you want to make it. We'll take 2 breaths that way. Give yourself permission to exhale nice and long. And then as you feel ready, you can bend your knees, and we'll make our way upright to a seated position if you want to roll to your side to help you with that transition. Just eventually meeting back in a seated position. From here, taking arms to heart center as we close out our class. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.
Namaste.